There's an undeniable enchantment in Trooping the Color, with its vivid hues, thundering horse hooves, shining metals, and lively flags waving in the June wind. This event is a display that wins the admiration of Britain and the global audience. Yet, at the 2025 King's Birthday Parade, an extraordinary occurrence took place, one that had royal insiders abuzz and the crowds in astonishment. Princess Anne, showcasing her exceptional horse-riding skills, became the focus not only for managing her lively horse, Noble, among 300 musicians, but also for making a transformative announcement. Catherine, Princess of Wales, was appointed as Marshal of the Monarch's honor. This revelation, which happened during a meaningful break in the Coldstream Guards' Trooping of the Color, was more than just a ceremonial gesture. It represented a major change in the monarchy's future, a daring decision that raised Catherine's status and sparked rumors of conflict within the palace. What truly unfolded on that sunny day in London, and why is this event being described as the beginning of a new era for the royal family? Let's explore the story, and we assure you'll want to continue reading for all the captivating details. Trooping the Color is far from an everyday occasion. For more than 260 years, it has celebrated the official birthday of the British monarch, featuring an impressive show of military accuracy and royal splendor. On June 14, 2025, London's Horse Guards Parade burst into life with over 1,400 soldiers, 200 horses, and 400 musicians, their scarlet tunics and bearskin hats creating a striking scene against the summer sky. The Coldstream Guards, marking their 375th anniversary, carried their King's Color, a regimental flag given to King Charles III during a moment of deep pride. Spectators lined the streets, their cheers blending with the steady rhythm of drums as the royal family moved from Buckingham Palace. However, beneath the grand ceremony and formalities, an important development was emerging, one that would reshape the monarchy's story. King Charles, age 76, chose to travel in a carriage with Queen Camilla, a choice influenced by his ongoing cancer treatment. This represented a lasting change from his previous tradition of riding on horseback, which he last did in 2023 on Noble, a black mare presented by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Prince William, Princess Anne, and Prince Edward, on the other hand, rode their horses, their military outfits sparkling with gold embroidery and awards. William, serving as Colonel of the Welsh Guards, rode Derby, a horse originally given to Queen Elizabeth II, his bearskin cap decorated with the regiment's white and green feather. Anne, the Princess Royal, appeared as a figure of command in her blues and royals uniform, her medals reflecting the light as she skillfully handled Noble's occasional agitation. Edward, Duke of Edinburgh, rounded out the group. His role as Colonel of the Scots Guards, clear in his steady salute. And then there was Catherine, glowing in a cream Amelia Wickstead coat dress, emerging from her carriage with Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Her Irish Guards brooch shining as a tribute to her position as their colonel. No one could have foreseen the honor that was about to be given to her. If any member of the royal family exemplifies resilience and expertise, it is Princess Anne, who at 74 years old continues to be one of the monarchy's most skilled horse riders, has demonstrated once more at Trooping the Color in 2025. As the parade built to its peak, Noble, the same horse that had tested King Charles in 2023, became agitated amid the noise from 300 musicians and the crowd's excitement, but Anne stayed completely composed. Using a gentle adjustment of the reins and a firm hand, she managed to soothe Noble while keeping her concentration steady. Observers of the royals were filled with admiration. This was a woman who did more than simply ride. She took full control. It served as an ideal lead-in to the event's most memorable moment. When the Coldstream Guards stopped to display their standard, a quiet descended on Horse Guards Parade. King Charles, positioned in his carriage, initiated a period of silence for those lost in the recent Air India plane crash, which took 241 lives, including 53 from Britain. The royals wore black armbands on their uniforms, offering a serious homage that connected the day's splendor with collective mourning. Yet, during this interlude, Anne took charge of the opportunity, standing up in her stirrups with a strong and determined voice, as she spoke to the gathered troops, and the audience tuned in live on BBC One. In front of His Majesty and the Household Division, she announced, "I am proud to designate Catherine, Princess of Wales, as Marshal of the Monarch's honor, to act on behalf of the Crown in ceremonial tributes to our regiments." The audience burst into applause, with their shouts resonating along the mall. Catherine, positioned on the platform next to King Charles, her light-colored outfit glowing in the sun, seemed briefly taken aback. Her children, viewing from a nearby balcony, showed clear pride. Prince Louis displayed a wide, toothy smile. Anne stepped down from her horse with the ease of an experienced equestrian, walking over to Catherine to officially recognize her new position. The action was straightforward, yet deeply meaningful, serving as a public endorsement of Catherine's resilience and elegance following her cancer recovery, which was shared just 5 months earlier, in January 2025. What precisely does the role of Marshal of the Monarch's honor entail? This title, newly established for 2025, represents a clever royal tactic that merges traditional elements with contemporary approaches. In this capacity, Catherine is responsible for standing in for King Charles during ceremonial salutes to the Household Division's regiments, a duty that enhances her ongoing role as Colonel of the Irish Guards. It is a role with significant symbolic importance, demonstrating confidence in her capacity to reflect the monarchy's principles worldwide. This appointment, as a fresh emblem of Catherine's advanced status, emphasizes her ties to the regiment's rich pasts, from the Coldstream Guards' 375 years of duty to the Irish Guards' steadfast commitment. Royal insiders suggest that the title originated from Princess Anne's idea, serving as a method to solidify Catherine's role as a vital element in the streamlined monarchy that King Charles had in mind. Anne, renowned for her straightforward manner, recognized in Catherine a figure capable of connecting the monarchy's history with its future. Catherine's experience with cancer treatment, along with her elegant comeback to public responsibilities, and her understated resilience as a mother and royal, positioned her as the ideal choice. However, the announcement stirred some debate. Informants near Buckingham Palace disclose that Queen Camilla was not involved in the consultation, a choice that made her appear notably marginalized during the parade, while Catherine occupied the main spotlight on the platform. Camilla's placement in a less prominent carriage seemed like a quiet downgrade, igniting whispers of discord among the royal members. The real challenge for Catherine's new position occurred at the parade's peak, when the Coldstream Guards passed by, dipping their color in homage. Catherine advanced, delivering a salute that was sharp and assured, demonstrating exceptional composure. Her cream Amelia Wickstead coat dress swayed gracefully as she paid tribute to the regiments. The audience cheered loudly, and King Charles, wearing his scarlet uniform with a black armband, expressed his approval with a nod. Prince William, positioned at the top of Derby, exchanged a brief look with his wife, a glance that conveyed pride and mutual support. For observers of the royals, this was an instance that solidified Catherine's evolution from a princess facing criticism to a figure inspiring admiration. The day's feelings reached their height on the Buckingham Palace balcony, where the royal family assembled for the RAF flypast, headed by the Red Arrows in their 61st year. Catherine, newly appointed as Marshal of the Monarch's honor, stood in the middle with her children beside her. George, who is 11, Charlotte, who is 10, and Louis, who is 7, wore coordinated outfits in nautical colors, with their clothing mirroring their mother's refined style. Charlotte especially echoed Catherine's aqua shades in her own Catherine Walker outfit, a discreet tribute to their common fashion sense. The flypast, A lively show of red, white, and blue elicited gasps from the spectators. Yet it was Catherine's composed wave that captured global focus. Her presence, enhanced by her recent title, acted as a subtle indication of the day's significant change. Not every part of Trooping the Color 2025 proceeded smoothly. The choice to select Catherine without seeking Camilla's opinion was a daring step, which royal analysts believe highlights Anne's firm confidence in Catherine's abilities. Camilla, who has always managed her role as queen through thoughtful tact, was apparently caught off guard. Her secondary spot during the parade served as a clear sign of her reduced impact at that time. Experts inside the circle indicate that Anne's selection was intentional, conveying that the monarchy's future rests with the younger members, including William, Catherine, and their kids. Still, Camilla's exclusion from the decision-making has prompted rumors of divisions in the royal family, a story that differs from the public's image of solidarity on the balcony. Catherine's personal path provides additional layers to this account. Only 5 months following her announcement of cancer remission, her presence at Trooping the Color marked a powerful display of strength. Her cream-colored Amelia Wickstead outfit, complemented by Queen Elizabeth II's pearl drop earrings, paid homage to heritage, while her position as Marshal signaled a forward-looking role. Observers of the royal family noticed her gentle actions, such as the comforting pat on Charlotte's shoulder and the warm smile exchanged with William, as evidence of a woman who has truly found her confidence. Her children also contributed to the occasion, with their matching attire and assured waves capturing attention. Louis with his charming gap-toothed smile, and Charlotte mirroring her mother's grace, serving as a sign that the next generation of the monarchy is already emerging. At the core of this significant event lies the quiet connection between Princess Anne and Catherine. Anne, often seen as the monarchy's steadfast supporter, has long served as a guide for Catherine, helping her navigate the intricacies of royal duties. Their mutual passion for equestrian activities, with Catherine's lesser-known but notable riding abilities, has created a bond that goes beyond formalities. Anne's choice to appoint Catherine as Marshal was not merely tactical, but deeply personal. In Catherine, Anne recognizes a mirror of her own commitment, a woman who harmonizes responsibility with genuineness. The official recognition during the parade, as Anne walked to Catherine's side, profoundly touched Catherine, her eyes shining with emotion as she embraced the honor. This moment struck a chord with the public beyond the palace walls. It served as a reminder that despite its splendor, the monarchy is molded by personal relationships. Anne's faith in Catherine and her decision to publicly promote her reflected a joint vision for a monarchy that progresses while respecting its origins. The precise movements of the Coldstream Guards during the parade provided an apt setting, representing continuity amid transformation. And as Catherine saluted with a steady stance, she personified that equilibrium, a princess who upholds tradition while heralding advancement. Trooping the Color 2025 will be etched in memory as a pivotal moment when the monarchy's future became strikingly clear. Catherine's designation as Marshal of the monarch's honor is far more than a symbolic title. It is a strong declaration that the crown is prepared to adapt. Her composed salute to the Coldstream Guards, her prominent place on the Buckingham Palace balcony, and her understated fortitude indicated a change in the royal storyline, one where perseverance and approachability are central. Catherine, who once faced intense public scrutiny as a young woman entering royal life, has grown into a leader representing the monarchy's contemporary goals. Her experience with cancer treatment, her comeback to public engagements, and her steadfast devotion to her family have won the hearts of millions, positioning her as the ideal person to take on this new responsibility. Prince William, riding confidently as Colonel of the Welsh Guards, continues as the heir, yet Catherine's rise establishes her as a co-creator of the monarchy's future direction. Their collaboration, noticeable in the quick looks they exchanged at the parade, serves as a fundamental element of this emerging period. Their offspring, George, Charlotte, and Louis, represent the upcoming phase. Their assured gestures and matching attire indicate that they are already learning the principles of responsibility and elegance. Charlotte's composed behavior, which echoes her mother's, suggests a future where the Wales family will guide with solidarity and intent. Princess Anne's concept of a more streamlined and contemporary institution is now being realized, with Catherine serving as its main public representative. Her determination, highlighted by her recovery from cancer, connects with audiences around the world, presenting her as both accessible and motivating. Might she engage in international events on behalf of the crown at military ceremonies overseas? Could her position encourage the development of new customs that integrate the monarchy's traditions with a forward-thinking approach? The opportunities are vast, and the public is observing intently. For the time being, the image of Catherine saluting the Coldstream Guards in her cream Amelia Wickstead outfit, illuminated by sunlight, remains firmly in the public's mind. This is a scene that illustrates her evolution from a young woman adjusting to royal life to a key figure guiding its future. Factors like Princess Anne's trust, the crowd's applause, and William's approving look all convey a tale of change, not only for Catherine, but for the monarchy as a whole. What was your preferred highlight from Trooping the Color 2025? Share it with us, and continue following for more royal narratives that uncover the true spirit of the crown.